Hello everybody and welcome back to Broken Sword. Right, okay, let's have a look.
The sign on the door read 21.
Can we get in?
The door was locked.
What key have we got? 21. Use it.
Maybe it wasn't the right room, but this was the right key.
Right, I can have a look around each. Have a look around.
It was a massive mahogany wardrobe.
Nothing in the
There was
cupboard.
nothing in the wardrobe apart from a vague, lingering smell of camphor.
Oh, lovely. What else we got here? Nothing, nothing. Nothing over there. There's some there though. Oh, look at the cabinet.
A cabinet stood beside the bed. The cabinet was empty, but it smelled of onions. No kidding, it really did. The window looked out over a narrow alley surrounded by high walls.
Can we go out there? It's probably the best way to go to his room, isn't it? Out through this window, in through his. Oh my god, look how dark that is.
The cobbles of the alleyway looked very distant and very hard. If I wanted my shins sticking out of my shoulders, I could have jumped. Mama Stobart didn't raise no suicidal fools, though.
Here we go. If he's left his window open. Oh, gotta be careful.
The bed was several times larger than the narrow cot I'd been given at the place I was staying.
Gotta be careful here.
The bed was freshly made, and the crisp white sheets told me nothing about the killer's habits.
This is
The cabinet
definitely
had
his
no
room.
drawers, just a single door.
I hope we're not just searching this bloke's room and it's not actually him. It's like the room next to it.
The assassin had been too smart to leave incriminating evidence beside his bed.
Have a look in the wardrobe.
The closet was a solid, impressive piece of antique furniture. The interior of the closet was large enough for me to climb right in.
Good. What's that?
There was nothing in the pockets of the pants.
What else? Okay, there's nothing seems to be in here, does it?
The door led back into the hall, idiot.
Oh, he's coming. Hide.
I had the kind of feeling in my stomach that would usually send me running to the bathroom.
Oh, he's getting in the cupboard himself, okay. I would have said that all might be under the bed. Got them bloody trousers on. Oh god. The faces this guy pulls. What's he left?
The pants matched the jacket which the killer had lost in Paris.
What have we got?
I couldn't believe my luck when I found 2 items in the pockets of the pants. The first was an ordinary matchbook. No matches, no clues. The second was a pass card which read, Thomas Merlin, Gruber Electronics Corporation.
Briefcase.
It was the battered leather briefcase I'd seen Plantar carrying just before he died. I searched the interior of the briefcase, but as I'd half expected, it was empty.
Open there. What did he put in there? Nothing. Okay. I'm gonna get the window because I don't. If he comes back, screwed. I know I've left the cupboard open. I won't matter. But I've got ID. Can I use it to get something from the safe? So I'm thinking maybe I can get something from the safe. I'm hoping I can get it from the safe, otherwise it's going to be a bit troublesome. Hang on, who's in the other room? Let's go and have a look.
Room number 23. The door was locked.
Of course it was. Right, let's get downstairs, see if we can hopefully get what's in the safe.
What now, monsieur?
That.
Does this pass mean anything to you?
That is Monsieur Merlin's property.
That's right. Merlin the murderer. I want to see what he's left in your safe.
Impossible. I cannot betray his confidence, no matter what you say he's done.
You're making a big mistake.
Maybe. I can live with that.
Okay, mate, you know what? You're forcing my hand.
Thanks for your help, buddy.
I'm gonna go and tell her. I'm gonna go and tell her. She can sort him out. She'll help me. Our friend over here. Yeah, she'll help us if we can tell her. If we tell her, she'll help me.
Hi, ma'am.
Hello, George. What can I do for you now?
That stupid bloke at the door. At that
I got the key.
entrance.
Thanks for your help, ma'am. I found this pass in Merlin's room.
So, that deceitful little man is passing himself off as an electrician, is he?
Uh-huh. This guy probably has a million faces. I showed the pass to the clerk, hoping he'd give me Merlin's papers. But he wouldn't buy it. He's too scared.
I'll give him something to be scared of. Follow me, George.
Oh, I love this woman. She's brilliant. This woman is absolutely brilliant. That's it. She's going to help us. She's the best. Follow me, George.
Did you place a package from Merlin in the hotel safe?
I did, madame.
And did my friend here show you Merlin's identification?
Indeed he did, but
What's the problem?
he isn't Merlin.
A mere academic detail. Give him the package.
But that is against the law.
I happen to be a justice of the peace, you silly man. I own the law. If he tries anything, shoot him, George.
My pleasure, Lady Piermont.
One moment, please.
Shoot him. We meet her in 5, don't
I
we?
haven't enjoyed myself this much since Greenham Common.
I don't know what I would have done without you, Lady Piermont.
So this is
Voilà, monsieur. Le manuscrit de Monsieur Merlin.
where they met.
Thanks.
Okay.
How satisfying. An Anglo-American alliance that actually worked.
The clerk had given me a tightly rolled sheet of
I
parchment.
can't take it with me.
I decided not to unroll it until I was safely back in Nico's apartment.
Right, now what I'm going to have to do... Now you remember in the last video, they searched me when I went outside, even though I was only going to ask them a question. They searched me. I've got a feeling if I go out there now with that parchment, they're going to do something very bad with me. They're going to do something bad. So, what I need to do, I'm wondering, can I throw this in the alleyway? If I can throw this in the alleyway, go outside and go and pick it up, after they've searched me, they won't find it. Unless they follow me into the alleyway, and then I'm probably dead. So what I need to do is inventory, manuscript, grab
I
it.
knew this was no way to treat an ancient manuscript, but I couldn't let it fall into the hands of the goons waiting outside.
Yeah, because they will search us and they'll take it off us. So you throw that. So if they do search me now, it should be fine unless they follow me. No, they don't follow me. If they do, we're dead. Because I guarantee they're going to go, "Excuse me, can we search you again?" What are the jerks? Do. There we go.
Hold it right there. Search him again, Flat.
Nothing, Guido.
Okay, let him go.
Prats. You absolute prats. Quick. Go and get it.
If the
Get back to Nico.
manuscript was what Flap and Guido were after, they were going to be disappointed.
Quick, get back to Nico.
I couldn't wait to get back to Nico's apartment and check it out.
Yeah, so he's already gone there anyway.
You're just not going to believe what I found.
It's not another part of the clown's costume, is it?
Should have brought all the trousers.
It's a medieval manuscript. Khan left it in the safe at the U-boot.
It's incredible. Is this what he took from Plantark?
It could be, which means it's worth enough to kill for.
Look there,
Wow.
two guys on the same horse.
Oh yeah, maybe they couldn't afford one each. What of it?
Have you ever heard of the Knights Templar? Their official seal was an image of two knights sharing a horse. Whatever this manuscript means, it's connected with the Templars.
How come you know about these knights?
I learned about them while writing an article on the Crusades. This guy, named Hughes de Payen, arrived one day at the court of King of Jerusalem. He offered to protect the Christian pilgrims from the displaced Muslim armies. The king would be able to guarantee safe transit to Christians in the Holy Land. Safer journeys meant more pilgrims, and pilgrims meant trade and wealth. The Templars proved invaluable to the king as a mercenary army. It was said that they never asked how many the enemy numbered, just where they were. And as the years went by, the Templars grew in wealth and numbers. They were so rich, even kings came to them for loans. But at the height of their power, they fell foul of the King of France. He rounded them up and turned them over to the Inquisition. Thousands of Templars were subject to torture and confessed to heresy. Of course, at the hands of the Inquisition, there wasn't much they wouldn't confess to. The last Grand Master Jacques de Molay was burned alive. But the treasure of the Knights Templar was never found.
That's brutal, isn't it? It's a brutal way to go.
Jeez. So the treasure is hidden, waiting to be discovered?
If there ever was a treasure, it's been lost for 600 years. Anyway, we're supposed to be investigating a serial killer, not a medieval treasure trove.
But maybe that's what the clown and his accomplices are after. Maybe this manuscript is the key.
You'd better leave it here for safekeeping. Think about it, Josh. One guy's already died for it, as you said yourself. Besides, that parchment is fragile.
Okay, I'm convinced. You keep hold of it.
I don't want to carry it around.
Let's take another look at the manuscript.
Let's face it, we need help, George.
Yeah, but where are we going to get
Someone who
from?
knows about these things.
Who do you suggest? Indiana Jones?
I know a guy who specializes in medieval studies. His name is Lobino.
Huh. Some stuffy old fossil who gets horny over ancient relics, I suppose.
So worried. Andre isn't stereotypical professor you have in mind.
Where can I find this Lobino guy?
At the Kroon Museum. I'll give you the address.
Look at us doing all the work.
There's a woman looking at her reflection in a mirror, but the reflection has 3 hideous faces.
She reminds me of the Wicked Queen in Snow White.
She was the one who said mirror, mirror on the wall, wasn't she? She made me cry so much when I was a kid, Mom carried me out of the movie theater.
She didn't frighten me in the least.
What?
Like I said, I was only a kid. I didn't like the crocodile in Peter Pan either.
God.
A knight with a crystal ball. And there's something written on the scroll beside the knight.
Yes, but it's written in Latin. Per disciplinam mea lux videbis.
By my teachings, you will see the light.
You speak Latin? Where did you learn a trick like that?
A trick? I studied law, okay? I can read Latin.
My, you're touchy. Tell me that again.
Through my teachings, you will be enlightened. There's a guy working on a loom. He's weaving a carpet or a tapestry.
Or a duvet cover. It's a clue to a place, I reckon. Somewhere famed for weaving and ships.
Where folk live in barrels?
It beats copper boxes.
There's a guy with a sword and a bull.
The only mythological bull I know of is the Minotaur, but he was only half bull.
I don't think I'd like to be half a bull, even if it was the bottom half.
What's that object between them?
It looks like a gem on top of a tripod.
Okay, so let's have a look at... Says we got the briefcase. Oh, it hasn't. It's gone now.
I found this matchbook in the killer's hotel room. It's from the Club Alamut.
Never heard of it. Is there anything written inside it?
No, what were you expecting?
If this was a movie, there'd be a clue, a name or an address. That's no use. There aren't even any matches in it.
Oh well, I'll keep it as a souvenir. I found this in the killer's room.
What is it, a credit card?
ID, Thomas Merlin, of the Gruber Electronics Corporation.
Never heard of him or the company.
Okay, let's just go.
Maybe I'll check out the Kroon Museum.
I'm sure you'll find it useful, George.
I think it's the only place we can really head to next anyway. The other places won't have much to offer. You can always go back to these other locations to ask them any questions. She's busy. Museum over there. We could go to the police station, but they're not going to help us now anyway. Cafe, I think it's... Oh, there's no point in we don't go to the cafe yet. Let's go to the museum first. It's a museum.
Through the grimy glass, I could see several large shapes in the gloomy room. What they were, I couldn't imagine. I considered smashing my fist through the pane, wrenching open the window, and bolting triumphantly into the building. Then I thought, no, that's dumb. Besides, I might get hurt.
Plus the door's open, so why would you want to do that?
Access to the side and rear of the museum building was blocked by a dense clump of bushes. A real macho guy would have plunged straight into the spiky, scratchy bushes. Not me.
Hello, officer. How are you?
The attendant had an air of self-importance and the kind of steely eyes that never seemed to blink.
That's a security guard, yeah.
Pardon me,
Oui, monsieur?
are you Lobino?
Oh, no. Fancy you mistaking me for him. No. I am the deputy custodian.
But Lobino does work here.
Work? I wouldn't go so far as to call it that. He studies here most days, but as you can see for yourself, not today.
So he's not here today.
Do you know anything about the Knights of the Temple?
No, sir. Not a sausage.
Do you know anything about medieval manuscripts?
Not me, monsieur. I am no scholar. Although people often mistake me for one.
Like
It is
us.
the uniform, I guess. They see the clothes. They are impressed.
And they ask you to park their cars?
They ask me to park the... No. They assume I am an authority on the exhibits in my care.
Whereas you know next to nothing about history.
Of course not. All I am saying is, I am no scholar. Not like Monsieur Lobino.
Do you recognize this red nose?
I don't think so.
What does this tool mean to you?
That belongs in a museum.
Pardon?
It is a priceless historical artifact, if I am not mistaken.
Oh my god.
No, it's a plain old tool for lifting drain covers.
Yeah, he shouldn't be running a museum.
What do you make of this tissue?
It is absolutely disgusting, monsieur.
Is it?
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
No, monsieur. Is there any reason why I should?
I guess not.
He's a killer.
I showed you my tool, didn't I?
Oui, monsieur. Most impressive.
Thinks it's impressive. God.
Would you like to shake my hand?
Not while I'm on duty, monsieur.
I'm not going to be able to get anyone to do that, am I?
Have you ever heard of the Club Alamut?
Oh, no. I don't frequent places like that.
Do you recognize this ID pass?
No.
Thanks for your help.
Okay, so now that he's not going to help, we can just have a look around. That's
The
one there as
case
well.
contains some fragments of pottery. They look to me like broken flower pots. Above them, a sign read, L'Age Paléolithique. I tried to sneak my hand inside while the guard wasn't looking, but the case was locked. A metal rod attached to the wall was connected to the window. The rod turned smoothly, and the window above me opened. It was a statue from ancient Egypt. Those old civilizations sure could teach us a few things about art and beauty. The statue didn't deserve to be mauled by a Philistine like me.
Oh, he shut the window again.
The case contained a collection of rocks. They were all shapes and colors, but they were still rocks. Above them, a sign read, L'Age Paléolithique. I tried to sneak my hand inside while the guard wasn't looking, but the case was locked.
Oh, he keeps checking. He keeps checking to see if that's unlocked. Okay, so I've got to be careful then. Maybe I've got to
The
open
case
that.
contained 2 rows of silver coins. Each coin on the lower row showed a portrait of a guy with a huge nose. I looked down at a collection of tools with wooden handles and tarnished metal blades. There were knives, chisels, and spikes fanned out in a semicircle. I guess there's always been a need for home improvement. It was a large brass urn. In the case was a spindly tripod, blackened with age and pitted with rust. It was identical to the tripod pictured on the manuscript. A notice identified it as 15th century from Western Ireland. It had been found in Loch Marne at the site of a Knights Templar preceptory.
Ireland! What's that?
This tripod was found in Ireland.
I will have to ask you to keep your voice down.
I'm sorry, I was excited.
So we got to go to Ireland. That's the next location.
It was an ancient Egyptian sarcophagus with a beautifully painted effigy of its owner on the lid.
Leave it alone. That closet is over 3,000 years old.
Closet.
Closet? It's a sarcophagus.
Bloody
It was a
closet.
stone carving from ancient Egypt.
Okay, we're gonna have to come back here at some point when this guy's not here.
The tripod was definitely the one on the manuscript. The Templar connection confirmed it. I was tempted to go to Ireland to check it out.
So Ireland's the next place. But I'm gonna head to the cafe first to ask about that club. Gonna see if anybody knows about it. Or the police station maybe. Let's try the cafe first to see whoever's there. The airport. I'm gonna speak to Nico before we do anything else. Let's knock on his door. He's always happy to speak to us.
Hello again.
Yes, Inspector.
Do you recognize this matchbook?
I can't say I do, monsieur.
Does the name Merlin or Gruber Electronics mean anything to you?
No, monsieur.
Okay.
I have to be going.
Good luck, Inspector. I hope you catch that killer soon.
Okay, it's not you. Maybe speak to this guy instead.
What do you want now?
Alright mate, chill out.
Does this matchbook mean anything to you?
No, it doesn't.
Does the name Merlin mean anything to you?
No, nothing.
Alright mate, chill out.
I gotta go.
Don't let me keep you.
Oh, he's a miserable bugger, isn't he? He's a miserable bugger. There's nobody down here, is there? Let's get down the alleyway. I don't think there'll be anything different in the alleyway, but we might as well have a look just in case. And we'll go to the police station, ask them. Nothing, okay. Because I'm thinking it's going to end up being just go to Paris at this point. Not Paris, Ireland. Okay, police station. I might go back to Nico just to speak to her. In fact, I could. Do we go back to the hotel, maybe?
Excuse me.
What do you want now?
This one. Speak to him
Does
first.
this matchbook mean anything to you, Sergeant?
That's a double-line Swedish with a crosshatch Bergman strike strip. Now, that's unusual. Pre-war Anderson hinging.
Really?
I haven't seen a reinforced Anderson outside of a private collection.
It's rare then?
In this part of the world, yes. There are only 3 places these are made. Taiwan, Manila, and Slough.
Does the name Merlin mean anything to you, Sergeant?
Nothing, monsieur.
Does this matchbook mean anything to you, Sergeant?
That's a double-line Swedish with a cross... Now, that's...
Really?
Yeah, he's already
I
told
haven't-
us that. I thought he was going to say
in
something about
this
the
part-
club.
There are only...
This one.
I'd like to report an assault.
Yes, monsieur? Where is the victim?
I'm the victim. I've been harassed by a pair of thugs.
I see. And where did this alleged assault take place?
Outside the Hotel Ubu. They stopped me as I was leaving and went through my pockets.
Could you describe the suspects, monsieur?
One looked like a gorilla, and the other looked like a weasel. Their names are Flap and Guido.
Bon. I'll get them this time.
They after him.
What are you going to do about Flap and Guido, Sergeant?
I'm going to bust them, monsieur. For years I have been hoping to pin something on that pair. Now's my chance. I'll show them. I'm the inspector.
Thanks, Sergeant. Thanks for taking me seriously.
I'm only doing my duty, monsieur.
Is Rosso here?
Yes, he is. You wish to speak to him?
Yeah.
Yes, I do.
I want to see
One
what he has
moment,
to say.
monsieur.
I just want to see if he'll actually say anything about the matchbook.
It's Stobart, monsieur. He insists on talking to you again.
Thank you, Moo.
What now, monsieur?
He fed up with me.
Do you know a pair of thugs called Flap and Guido?
I have known those two since they graduated from special school. Flap is a nasty piece of work, but Guido is the real brains of the partnership. Where did you hear of them?
I met them out front of the Hotel Ubu.
Assaulting people.
Does this matchbook mean anything to you?
No, monsieur. I suggest you ask Sergeant Noob about that. God only knows why, but he collects matchbooks. He claims it is a hobby.
Might be.
Does the name Thomas Merlin mean anything to you?
No, monsieur, nothing.
It's another one of the assumed names used by the killer.
Ah, the famous killer clown case.
Yeah. You might have forgotten all about it, but I still aim to find that guy.
Well, we did find him. We know where he is. It's
So
just
long, Inspector.
we can't really do anything. Hopefully they're going to arrest them idiots by the hotel. I'm going to head back to the hotel actually. No, they already know about the hotel, don't they? So I need to go back to Rougerie and speak to Nicole. Or, yeah, let's go and speak to her about the museum. I don't think she's going to know anything about these, but we might as well ask her because you never know.
Oh, hi.
Hello, my handsome friend.
Does this matchbook mean anything to you?
No, but I can tell you one thing. There's no such place as the Club à la Nuit in Paris.
Oh, thank you.
Can you tell me anything about this security pass?
I can tell it doesn't belong to you.
How come?
Give me some credit. If you're an electrician, I'll eat my antirrhinums.
You're a remarkably talented lady. See you later.
That's right, monsieur. You will.
I like her. She's not trouble to us. She's helped us a little bit. Let's go speak to Nicole. See what Nico has to say. The only thing I'm going to do is tell her about Paris, I think. Just let her know we're going.
Hi, Jules.
I found a tripod.
Where?
In the museum. It belonged to the Templars. It was dug up in Ireland at a place called Loch Marne.
I have heard of Lochmarne. I read an article about the castle. Take a look for yourself.
A popular gossip magazine? You read that rubbish?
No, I write it.
Oh.
Professor Nigel Pegram, excavating the medieval castle at Loch Marne. That's strange.
What?
He resigned his chair at Durham University. in order to devote his time to the excavation. Not only that, but he canceled the filming of the 4th series of his popular television program. This site at Loch Marn must be awful important to him.
He's the professor of history. They're all cuckoo.
All the same, I'd like to talk to this Professor Pegram. How do you feel about a trip to Ireland?
Disappointed.
Huh?
That I won't be going. I want to follow up the Bellotta case. If you really think Pegram's Dam is important, why don't you visit Loch Marn?
On my own? I'm not so sure about that. Where is Ireland exactly? Let's take another look at the manuscript.
We don't need to. Oh, we can do the tripod bit though.
That's the tripod in the Crew Museum. What do you know about Professor Pegram?
I've seen a television program, Pegram's Past. He's written a book, The Crusader Families of Ireland.
I'll bet he'd be interested in the manuscript.
Okay, then looks like we're gonna
see you
be
later.
going to
Okay.
Ireland.
Keep me informed if you find anything new.
We will, but we won't be coming back for a while because we're going to Ireland. Airport.
Several hours later, I arrived in Ireland, the Emerald Isle. I'd been lucky to get a bus from Dublin to the tiny village of Loch Marn. On the way out, the driver told me there was only one service a day. The menu was limited. It read, "No food today." I didn't care. I'd lost my appetite somewhere over the Irish Sea.
What's this? Trap door.
It was a trap door in the sidewalk. I tugged at the trap door, but it was locked from the inside. It was a trap door in the sidewalk.
I wonder if we could use that. That work on it.
The workman's key was the obvious tool to use to open this trap door. It was specifically designed for a job like this. Unfortunately, there weren't any holes in the trap door.
Damn it.
The drain was covered with an iron grating, through which I could hear the rush and surge of running water. I took hold of the grating and pulled hard, but it didn't move.
Can I put it on that? Okay, now. Even though we could speak to him first.
The lad was doing his best to express his adolescent aggression. His effort was somewhat diminished by the fringe of milk on his lightly feathered upper lip. Hi there.
What?
What's your name, kid?
Who are you calling kid? Who the hell are you?
Yeah, Inspector.
Rosso's the name. Murder's my game.
Are you a detective?
Let's just say I'm here to find the truth.
Cool. Just like on the telly?
Cut the crap and tell me your name.
Liam McGuire.
What are you doing hanging around the bar, McGuire?
I'm on the run. From me dad.
Why? Did you do something bad?
I ain't done nothing, boss.
You can tell me, kid. Is it your dad?
Oh, sir. He drinks. every last penny, down his evil throat. And there's me poor old mother, bedridden and dying of presumption. I tried to buy her medicine. Chopped firewood for Father Mahoney till me fingers bled. The old skinflint cheated me too. But I took the pennies he gave me back home. Look, Ma, says I, see what your darling son has earned with his own sweat and blood. When suddenly, me dad appears and grabs the loot. I'm off to Dublin heavy drinking, says he. Watch out till I get back. That's why I runned away.
Something in the grin on his face told me he wasn't being strictly truthful. Compared to him, Huckleberry Finn was a candidate for Altar Boy of the Year. Do you know a man called Pegram?
Can you describe him like on the telly in the cop shows?
He's an English archaeologist.
I know the man you mean if he's the one.
Can you tell me where I'd find Pegram?
No, I can't, 'cause he's not here now, but if I sees him, I'll ask him.
Alright then.
Do you know what Pegram was doing in the castle?
Digging for buried treasure. Jewels and gold and skeletons, like in the films.
Okay.
Do you know anything about Pegram's dig?
He wouldn't let me anywhere near it. I offered to help, but he chased me off. I didn't want to see his smelly old hole anyhow.
You did.
Did anyone from the village work at the dig?
Pegram brought some students and bums with him. He reckoned no one in Lochmarn would know what to look for. The only local guy who worked for him was Sean Fitzgerald.
What does this Fitzgerald guy look like?
Big head, big ears, and face irons.
What?
You know, spectacles, glasses. He's blind as a bat without him.
What can you tell me about the castle, McGuire?
What do you want to know?
Well, can I get inside?
No, it's locked up.
Does anyone live there?
No, only...
What?
Oh, nothing.
You know something about the castle you're not telling me, don't you?
No,
What is it you're covering up? Is it something you're scared of?
I ain't scared of nothing.
I'll give you one last chance to tell me about the castle.
Oh, yeah? And what if I don't?
Then I'm taking you back to school.
Oh, there's a ghost. It's called the Phantom of Lochmarn.
Have you seen a guy dressed as a clown?
Here in Lochmarn, they all dress like clowns.
The man I'm looking for is a dangerous psychotic.
Jesus. It's just like that film I saw. There's this clown, see? And he's after this kid who saw him kill a guy. He tries to warn the sheriff, only no one believes him. Then, while he's in the tub, the clown cuts him up with a chainsaw.
My God, that doesn't sound suitable for a kid like you.
Who are you calling a kid? I'm 25.
What?
Yeah, right. You're not a day over 14.
Oh no, it's 25 that I am. Married with a car and 3 kids.
No, you're not.
10 kids if you count the wives.
You're not telling me you believe in ghosts, are you?
Mister, I seen it with me very own eyes. Last Tuesday night, I went up to see what that dig was about. I just reached the top of the wall when I hears this awful noise.
What sort of noise?
A horrible snuffling and snorting, like O'Brien's pig, only worse. It was coming from inside the castle.
Oh.
Did you find out what was making the noise in the castle?
No fear. I just sat there on the wall like Humpty Dumpty. The moon was cracked and greasy like an old dinner plate. The yard was full of shadows. I could have been hiding anything. I would have gone home, but my legs had lost their stuffing.
Did you get to see the ghost?
Indeed I did. And a fearsome sight it is too. I sat on my arse, waited while the moon went down. Then out it comes from the shadows, all grey and tattered and hunched over like an old bent willow. Then I hears this spluttering and splashing and horrible laughter in the dark. I was so scared. Why, I fell off the bloody wall.
I'm sure there's a rational explanation for what you saw at the castle.
There is. The bloody place is haunted.
What do you think this tool is used for?
Lifting drains.
Dead right. How did you know that?
Work experience course at school. That gives me a choice of going down the drains or up the chimney.
You're kidding. What do you think this tool...
I told...
Have you ever seen anyone wearing one of these?
That belongs to the killer clown you're looking for.
That's right.
Can I have it?
Sorry. I'm keeping this as evidence.
You should run tests on that, mister. You could identify the murderer with a sample of his snot.
Yuck. I don't think so.
We already know who it is anyway.
What does this tissue mean to you?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Have you ever seen this man before?
What a slimy character. No, I never seed him.
Have you ever seen anyone wearing one of these?
No.
Give me your hand.
Get lost.
Oh, come on. I just want to show you a little trick.
No way, mister. I don't do tricks. Father Mahoney told me I'd burn in hell if I did.
I just want to shake your hand, that's all.
Oh, all right.
Gotcha. Neat, huh?
Didn't feel a thing.
Do you recognize this matchbook, McGuire?
No, sir. I never seen it before in my life.
Take a look at this, McGuire.
It's an ID card. What of it?
Ever heard of Thomas Merlin? Or the Gruber Electronics Corporation?
No.
Okay.
Shake my hand again.
No way.
See you later, kid.
He's not
Okay,
stupid.
mister.
Right, I'm actually going to finish this one here. In the next one, we will go into this, I think it's a pub, yeah, bar lounge. And we'll explore, speak to everybody who's in here. And we'll have a look around Ireland, see if we can actually figure out why there's a dig site and why people came here. Anyway guys, thank you for watching, and until next time, take care.